With another episode of the winning Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here from Lakers Fast Break, Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast, plus Inside Sports, Fantasy Football, Game Source. Of course, the great folks at LakersBall.com. You know they're having a great time at LakersBall.com, and you can join Ox1947, aka Joe Soro, because he's there every now and then, cheering and celebrating the Lakers' great victory right there at LakersBall.com. Plus, if you want to help a good fellow Lakers fan out, go ahead and support Joe Soro today at Simblades. Simblades with the Y.com, where you can get your lawn transformed into something much more magical than it is today. And you live in the SoCal area, go ahead and do so at Simblades with the Y.com. Our good friend Stone Hansen, who is there with us on playback in the second half, go ahead and check out what he's doing today at Upside Swings, NBA Draft Podcast. For the latest and greatest news on who's going where in the NBA Draft, go ahead and check out UpsideSwings.com and the guys at the Upside Swings NBA Draft Podcast. Plus also as well, MagicMan in the morning. That's right. On the next MagicMan in the morning next week, you'll hear some more good stuff as far as what's in updates, as far as the Denver series, which we're going to be talking about here in the not too distant future today. But also as well, go ahead and check out MagicMan this weekend on Lakers weekend, where Laker Nick and I, a big shout out to Laker Nick for all that he did for us during the, not only the great, performance that he did at playback.tv, but also on the pregame. We're all going to be eating celebratory breakfast burritos. We're going to own up to the bet because the Lakers have moved on to the conference finals. And in order to do so, the Lakers go ahead and win. But I will go ahead and say, go ahead and check out MagicMan today on Snack Packs or wherever you get your shows right here at the Lakers Fast Break. Plus also as well, LakerTom is here. That's, of course, right. The Lakers must have won if that's the case. And you can go ahead and check him out today at Lakerholics.com. It's the number one Lakers blogger that's out there. He's always arguing with Jamie Sweet, but for once they're coming together on some happy, good times because the Lakers have moved on to the conference finals. And you can hear all about it on Jamie's 5 Things and LakerTom's articles right there for you at the Lakerholics.com. Also as well, John Mikaelian, who was a great part of our playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break live watch party coverage. Big shout out to him. He has lost over 40 pounds on his goal to losing 100 pounds. So big props, a big shout out to him. You can go ahead and chronicle his progress and have great conversations with him and the gang at the John Mikaelian channel by liking and subscribing. And speaking of liking and subscribing, please go ahead and like and subscribe today wherever you get, as far as Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever. So you get the latest notifications when we go live on the air right here at the Lakers Fast Break. Well, the Lakers came into a crucial Game 6 going into the Crypt, where they have been undefeated for the playoffs. That going in, plus as well, we knew that Anthony Davis, despite getting hit upside the head, literally in Game 5, it was going to be a go for today's game. Andrew Wiggins on the other side was well. But there was a change made, a starting lineup change made at the last minute by Darvin Ham, bringing in Dennis Schroeder and sitting down Jared Vanderbilt. How would that work out? Well, at the first part, it would look to be a good move by Darvin Ham as the Lakers got out to a 17-point lead early on. And the Lakers, even though they gave most of that back in the second quarter, stretched out the lead to a 10-point lead on a fine, outstanding half-court shot by Austin Reeves to go ahead and get the Lakers up by 10. And then the second half, their defense absolutely dismantled, destroyed, and discombobulated everything about the Warriors, going ahead and finding every mismatch, taking out on them, timely 3-point shots, and most importantly, something I've always said: transition, 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 getting the ball to the basket, taking it aside, getting the free throws, getting that advantage. And the Lakers ultimately just absolutely destroyed and waxed the Warriors and have ended, absolutely ended the Warriors dynasty tonight. They've destroyed the myth, the legend that was the Golden State Warriors, and that dynasty ends tonight with a 122-101 victory by the Los Angeles Lakers, winning the series 4-2 and moving on to the conference finals against the Denver Nuggets here next week. And here today to go ahead and talk about all the things that are going on with this outstanding victory and what's up ahead for the Lakers and Denver. Good man indeed. He's going to be eating some breakfast burritos with me this weekend. It is the Magic Man, Sean Grice. And Magic Man, great to have you here. First man up, first man here. The Lakers crowd, our Lakers fast break live, just awesome. Watch party was awesome on playback. We've got a great crowd celebrating a victory. This is what we talked about. Lakers in 6 in the first round. We talked to Lakers in second in the second round. Should we be talking it for a third round as well?
I think we should, but before I mention anything about the game, Gerald, it's time for the karaoke pipes again because we did it in the first round, and we're gonna do it again.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Sing along if you know the words.
1, 2, 3.
Turn out the
The light,
lights, the
the party's
party's
over.
over.
Can you let him
They
do it?
say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow starts the same old thing again. Bye bye, Golden State. Bye
That
bye.
that
Come back
dynasty's
next year.
ended. Yep, the dynasty's over.
It's like the voice of an angel,
There you go.
a
So Magic
Canadian
Man,
angel.
I want to ask your thoughts on this before we get into Denver, and that's going to be another conversation altogether. What are your thoughts
Yes.
on what really was the trick as far as the Lakers absolutely demolishing the Warriors in that second half, getting off to a great start? What do you think was your keys to the victory tonight?
Yeah, they brought the SWAT team tonight, Gerald. They really attacked any penetration at the rim with verticality. Not a lot of blocks as a team, but a lot of altered shots, a lot of deflections. They made it difficult. I was really proud of Austin Reeves. I thought he played his best overall game as a Los Angeles Laker, and he couldn't have saved it for a better opportunity. Game 6 in the conference semis. He played well offensively. His defense on Steph was excellent. Earlier on in the year, there were a few possessions where Steph just cooked him, but Austin is just a kid with a lot of resilience, and he's got guts. And more than playing with guts, Gerald, is that he's got a really good brain in his head, so he uses that a lot. On top of it, I was really disappointed in some of the officiating. I thought if you're going to throw Dennis Schroeder out, you throw Draymond Green out. One
Yeah,
hand
that that
washes
was
the
not
other.
that was not good. That was not good at all.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a way to solve that issue. Um, uh, Besides that, the Lakers overcame that. They decided to just keep attacking the paint, Gerald. We got to the line 40 times, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the most so far this postseason. So again, they saved their best effort to attack the paint for a closeout game. Just so proud of their effort. Really, really proud of Coach Ham. And that makes the Lakers now 6-0 after a playoff loss. They haven't lost two playoff games in a row yet.
I'll tell you what, Magic Man, just great to see this kind of performance. Exactly what I was talking about. Penetration, get into the paint, fast breaking, transition, and getting to the line. Obviously led by LeBron James, 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Just 1 rebound and then one assist away from a triple double. And here today to also talk about today's game and obviously LeBron and AD's great performance, backed by Austin Reeves, who was actually excellent as well, and some other timely performances. D'Lo actually had some good defense and spots at times, and we called him out on it as far as when he was actually good at times. It's a good man indeed. You got to go ahead and check out what he's doing today at Upside Swings NBA Draft Podcast. It is Stone Hansen and Stone. I said in the pregame that I thought LeBron had to set the tone and he had to have a go in the Wayback Machine and have a LeBron like night, and we saw glimpses of it. We saw glimpses in the game 5 where he in that first half he started to go ahead and find a rhythm. He really found it today. It started off well for the Lakers with a 17-point lead, but then that second half, their defense absolutely took over.
Yeah, I if you're on playback, I only caught the second half of this game tonight, but yeah, I think from what I saw, I think I missed a lot of LeBron's early offensive explosion in the game. I'll probably have to go back and watch, but in the second half, it definitely looked like LeBron was just more into it tonight. Really wanted to be aggressive, wanted to get downhill, which LeBron is at his best getting downhill. That doesn't even necessarily mean getting to the rim every time. He doesn't have to get to the rim every single time down the court. All he has to do is just bring in help defense. As soon as he gets down into the paint, brings in help defenders. That's when he's at his best. He can find guys open, and if the help defense doesn't come, then he can feel free to take it to the rim, get fouled, get an and one, whatever he has to do. But um, that's when LeBron is at his best, and when LeBron is at his best is when the Lakers are at their best. So I thought that from what I saw, again, only the second half, just especially in the beginning of the third quarter, it definitely looked that LeBron was just really into this game and wanted to put it away. So I was pleased with that, and I thought, yeah, defensively, I thought really this whole series, from the games I have seen with you guys, the Lakers looked fairly decent other than one game on defense. I think the offense was more of our struggles during the losses, but overall, I think all of it came together tonight, and all of us are very ecstatic with the outcome.
Once again, it's the Lakers overcoming all the odds and ending the Warriors dynasty tonight, 122 to 101. Also here today, good man indeed. Joe, I'm going to go ahead and get it to Laker Tom here because he is the number one Lakers blogger that's out there. It is Laker Tom, and Laker Tom, good to have you here, my friend. I wanted to go ahead and ask you this personally because I didn't get to hear your thoughts on it. And thank you so much, Chill Will. Appreciate you going ahead and subscribing. Please go ahead and like and subscribe. Like the video so you can go ahead and get our name out there. Truly appreciate everyone who does so and subscribing to get the latest notifications when we go live on the air with Lakers Fast Break shows. Laker Tom, I wanted to ask you this when it comes to the switch that was made by Darvin Ham in the starting lineup. Dennis Schroeder coming in for Jared Vanderbilt. We talked in the pregame about how Jared Vanderbilt, you've been getting declining results from less and less minutes. They've been figuring him out on as far as his limited offensive skills. So he's been giving you declining and just returns on what he could give you on the defensive end. I know Zangerstein was probably cringing at the thought of a 3 guard lineup to start off with, but I thought it worked well to start off the first half, and it started pretty good to start off the second as well.
One of the things that was really exciting about the Lakers this season is we had a general manager who at the trade deadline actually went out and did all of the things that all of us Lakers fans were hoping for and asking for. And he transformed the roster. Then we had this rookie coach who seemed to be slowly getting it, but still a rookie coach, and he had the whole Russell Westbrook thing to deal with during the year. But we get into the playoffs and we get into right after the trade deadline. And this guy has a knack that every time I was sitting there just saying that it's so obvious that we need to make this move. First, he would tease people at the dresser and say, "Oh, I've got something up my sleeve. Yeah, we might do something like that." Or, is Vanderbilt going to start? Next question. And so this is what's so wonderful about being a fan, is having a coach and general manager, and let's give credit to the owner too, who's in sync with the fans. Because the moves that have been made by the front office and coaching staff have been just terrific in this first 2 rounds of the playoffs. They remind me of what Frank Vogel did. Frank Vogel had in the bubble a perfect record of exactly when to make the substitutions. When did he move on from McGee to Howard? When exactly did he put together the various moves? When did he decide to put Rondo into the game and so forth? And all of the moves that Darvin Ham has been doing have reminded me a lot of how perfect Frank Vogel was in that particular season. And for a rookie coach to do that, I was really happy to see the announcers start to give some credit both to Pelinka and for Ham and his staff. There's nobody on this staff who's been a head coach before. That's really remarkable when you think about it. And the Lakers allowed it. And instead, we're staffed with a whole bunch of guys whose specialty is player development. And this is a team that was put together, 2.5 months ago? And the player development attitude and approach that they have taken. When you looked out here, we had 4 guys who had 3 or more assists in this game. There's like 4 point guards out there. And the ball moving around, and 4 guys who can get into the paint and cause havoc. We dominated the end of this game just totally by controlling the pace. And LeBron James showed that he may not have the gas when he's going 90 miles an hour to go 94 feet, but he did a great job. And I thought it was just a terrific game and a terrific start to what should be our 18th NBA championship.
Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. The Lakers do end the Warriors dynasty with a 122-101 victory. Truly dominating performance, especially when you need it the most. So also here today, good man indeed. You got to go ahead and check him out. His Ox 1947. Good thing I actually had to get him off stream there, or else I don't know what was going to be said on there. It is a good man indeed. He is Ox 1947 at LakersBall.com. It is Joe Soro. And Joe, everybody that in the past has been saying, Joe, we need a rant. We need a rant, Joe. We need a rant. But in recent games, you have seen how well the Lakers have started gelling and performing as a team. And I noticed the rants have started getting less and less. It's just been about random things like the refereeing, or maybe somehow other players in the other team are acting like Draymond Green, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to the Lakers, your thoughts on them have totally done a 180, in my opinion. And you're really, really set on how far this Lakers team can go.
The rants came from a place of care. And it's also important to understand that when you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be commended. And those of us who watch the game and interpret the game and analyze the game and see what the game does throughout a 48-minute window, I would like to see more intelligence looked on that. And a lot of the rants came from a place of disconnect. And we had a problem, guys. We had a problem that we had for 18 months that we were able to cut out. Just like any cancer, if you can cut it out and put something healthy there, you have a shot at beating it. And the Lakers were at stage 4, and they got the right chemo, whatever you want to call it, the right diet, the right food, the right medicine, whatever. And man, did they come out of this in a position to really have a shot at winning a championship. I just got goosebumps saying that. I really, And tonight's game was as dominant a game as you could have against the world champions. This was not a young Memphis team. This was not the New York team where it's only Jalen Brunson. This was not the Atlanta Hawks. This was the Golden State Warriors, the Anxiety Warriors is what we were calling them. They are a 48-minute anxiety attack. And LeBron James, holy crap. LeBron James is 8 wins away. And I've said this a few times, but he's 8 wins away from no longer having a legitimate argument against him being the greatest player that ever played in the NBA. I'm not saying
having his statue put up in.
Well, the statue is. I would say, yeah. I would say if he has
the jersey and the jersey in the
jersey's going to go up there. Heck, they might even put 23 and 6 up there for this. If LeBron, because think about it, he won in 20. He won one with 23. He won one with. If he wins the shield, he with 6. So, I mean, the things that can come out of this are beyond storybook. Not only for the Lakers, but for the NBA. This is an NBA crowning. Pardon the pun, but he would be officially the king in purple and gold, bringing the Lakers to the top spot of all time with title 18. And he didn't win 1; he won 2. When you're a multiple champ, it's different than just 1. Now, I'm saying multiple champ as in a Laker. He's been a multiple champ in Miami, and he won a title in Cleveland. I mean, this career is going into a place where I just don't think there's going to be a match ever. So with that, I am beyond elated. I was not nervous before the game. I was a little anxious. And of course, you get a little anxious during the game because you just worry about Steph Curry and Clay and all those guys doing what they do. But the Lakers ruled from tip to buzzer. And this is not the first time. These guys are focused. These guys are hungry. And the role players are doing their job. Schroeder gets kicked out. Lonnie hits 2 huge threes in that stretch. Rui has huge rebounds, huge baskets. This is a title atmosphere now on this team. Stay healthy, and the Lakers will be putting up 18 in the rafters. Stay healthy, and the Lakers will be putting 18 in the rafters. And Tom and I's dream, see what's going to happen on Sunday, could be the perfect setup for number 18.
The refs have been told to make it happen.
If this happens, oh wow, oh my God,
battle for 18.
It will. I mean, I never thought I'd see a bigger series than 2000.
It'll be its own television series.
This is going to be huge. I mean, it will be a ratings bonanza at this point. So. Boy, I can't wait. I can't wait. I know Sean didn't like hearing me saying I want the Celtics to win on Sunday, but I want the Celtics in the finals, guys, because I know the Lakers can whoop their ass.
You know something, Joe? Everybody in Boston can suck on a chowder soup and die for all I care, okay?
Wow.
So
harsh.
So they can eat it.
You know, it's hard. It's hard to root for them, though. I can feel happy.
The fact that you gentlemen are rooting for them should cause you to question your logical brain.
Watch the game and
there is logic. There is logic to it.
You don't use any logic when you're talking about rooting for the Bucks.
How could they pull that game out?
There's 4 wins in the finals against another team that has 17 titles that you punked to get 18. That's the logic.
No. You're trying to make sense out of a pretzel here, Soro.
It's true. I did it in 2010.
All right, let me get John in on this.
True.
All right, let me get John in on this.
Don't make me tomahawk chop you.
Oh my gosh. All right. As John said, and Kenneth said, this is getting dark quick. But once again, the Lakers do it. Let's rejoice. Let's keep this non-violent, please. 122 to 101. Lakers win the series 4-2, going on to the conference round. And I tell you what, it's good man indeed that's here. Congratulations again to John Mikaelian on his great progress so far. 40 pounds on his goal of 100 pounds lost. You can chronicle that today and be a part of all the conversations that he has right there for you at the John Mikaelian channel on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. It is John Mikaelian. And John, great to have you here, my friend. What a great performance by the Lakers, leading all the way. Got down to 3 in the second quarter. Lakers stretched it out from there. Some of the great performances, obviously LeBron, I mentioned 39-9. You had also great performances from AD with 17 points, 20 rebounds, and 2 block shots. Reeves and Russell were a key because I said in the pregame, my friend, that those two had to step up, and they certainly did tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew that this was going to be a good game because early on they brought the energy early where, sometimes, especially on road games, they'll come out, a little bit lackadaisical. But I think one of the biggest reasons for that is because LeBron came out aggressive. And this team, or a lot of teams, feed off of their superstars' energy. So when LeBron came out aggressive, the rest of the team did too. AD only scored 17 points, but he grabbed 20 boards, and then also he played really good defense. There was that one part where we were complaining about. It was justified that Curry was just having his way by driving to the basket, non-contested shots. But yeah, overall, I'm glad we got this win because if this went to Game 7, I don't think we would have won that one.
That would have been a tough and tall order to ask, but my friend, but we did get the job done. 122 to 101. We don't even have to worry about that anymore. The end of the Warriors Dynasty. And I know I've been saying it all show long, but want to go ahead and ask you this, Magic Man, since, hopefully it's a non-violent response, because that's, just trying to keep
first Soro's rooting for the Clippers this season, and now he's on the Celtics bandwagon.
I would say nothing.
When the hell did I cheer for the Clippers?
When you were with your friend Gerald Glassford there, you put that on him. You were the one rooting for the Clippers, not Gerald. You're confused. I am not confused. I never cheered for them. Sober and logical right now.
I never cheered for the Clippers.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get back to as far as what's going on with the game, and of course, again, all thoughts go to as far as the Lakers moving on against the Warriors. The question I have for you is a serious one. I've been joking about it and kidding, and if that's the description of this video, is the Lakers ending the Warriors dynasty. Is this the end of the Warriors dynasty? Can we just say it's kaput now forever?
Well, Draymond's gone, so yeah.
Draymond's gone.
Can we say that, Sean?
Yeah, I think
we just said yes.
Can.
Yeah, we all said it. All 3 of us said it. 4 of us said it now.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Is the Warriors dynasty over? Yes. Oh yeah.
The vote is 5-0.
Stone.
What's the next question you want us to vote on?
The Warriors, the Warriors dynasty is over, ready. And Clay is no longer an NBA starter, and Draymond probably isn't either.
Okay. Clay had his worst
Steve
game.
Kerr's going to kick upstairs and
general manager.
Clay had his worst game as a professional I've ever seen. That was
in honor of Kobe and
come out and play.
Warriors.
I got to get my glass. This is plastic.
Warriors, come out and play.
How does that stake in the heart of the dynasty feel?
It feels great.
Some of the people on this panel were scared at the beginning.
Well, some of those people on the
There's
panel.
There's a difference between respect and scared.
Fuck respect.
Some of those people on this panel have relatives.
Sorry, I had to do it.
But LakerTom,
I thought it was going to be me, and it's you.
What did they win? What did the Warriors win? 13 road games this year? 13?
Yeah.
13.
Well, they didn't win them against us.
No, they win Jack's squad.
They didn't win any games against us on the road.
Nope.
And you're the one with relatives, Tom, that are in the house or that come to the house that are Warriors fans that you've told us
As soon
about.
as this game is over, I'm taking my 6-foot Lakers banner that I got when Magic Johnson was visiting my brother-in-law's house and I'm going to hang it on my son's driveway across the driveway.
Oh, nice.
He lives next door, so it's not that difficult to do. But no, as I've told it many times, I've lost 2 grandchildren and a son to the damn Warriors, man. And they're a hell of a, and it's a problem because for several years there, the Warriors did everything the Lakers should have been doing. And as a consequence, now their franchise is worth more than our franchise is, and even more than the Knicks. It's pretty marvelous. But the thing about this is we're going to be the first number 7 seed to ever win a championship. We're going to be the first number 7 seed to win 4 series on the road. And you know what? We got a pretty good formula for how you win these series on the road. You steal that first game, and it starts off with that. And then from there, everything just rolls downhill, man. So I think we play Sunday in Denver, don't we?
Does it start Sunday
Tuesday.
in Denver?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday's great. I had heard Sunday. And
Tres días.
3 days of rest.
Okay, God, man, we need that. We need that. That was good. Okay, great. So anyway, I might get to Denver early if I were the Lakers. Have another day there in Denver to get used to that altitude.
That's going to be tough to start off with.
It would have been tougher if they had to win Sunday.
Yeah.
But right now they have 3 days, and
Right.
Lakers have never lost to Denver in the playoffs. So the whole elevation crap is all a moot point.
Well, the other thing, there's been one thing of this entire wonderful makeover that they've done with the team and the terrific job that Darvin Ham and his staff have done. The one missing component that we still have, and we saw it tonight, is the lack of a backup center when AD goes out. And because what happens is you look at the plus minus of these teams, and here's how it looks. All of the Lakers starters have huge pluses, and all of the Warriors starters have huge minuses. Then
all of the
Lakers. Let me finish. All of the Lakers reserves have big negatives because they're playing without Anthony Davis, and all of the reserves on the Warriors have huge pluses.
Well, like you said,
but we have something coming up, which is that we're possibly going to have Mo Bamba back for the Western Conference Finals. And that could be a big, big factor because we need a second big body. Because I really don't want to see Anthony Davis have to try to deal with Joker the entire game. It'd be better for him to be playing power forward and have Bamba, be the guy that's banging and he's a big guy. He's going to be hard to shoot over, and then let AD help. And I don't think they're going to start Bamba, but I think having him available to come into the game, and depending on who they start, they have a bigger team than anybody we've played yet, and they have probably the best player that we've played yet. And it's going to be, I think, a bigger challenge. That's one of the things that the Lakers are going to have to get used to, is that this team that's only been together for 2.5 months, they have to get better every series. They have to get better every game, because every time they move up the ladder, they're going to face a tougher opponent. And this will be the toughest opponent. And the Celtics probably, or whomever makes it from the East, probably won't be as tough. So this is one of those Western Conference Finals like the old days. It was really the championship finals.
So you're not concerned at all the fact that he hasn't played barely any minutes at all in the playoffs, coming like that after so many days off in there. He can give you 5 fouls, the
problem is who do we have? We don't have anybody else to do that. You can't do it with LeBron.
Gabriel's
can't be the backup center, and Rui can't be the backup center. Although I was really impressed about the 2 blocks that Rui got tonight. That was really a plus.
Well, that's off the ball.
We need a backup center badly.
But Tom, I agree with you. That's 100% true. I would just say The difference in the Phoenix series was that Jock Landale is a big body and he's a lot stronger than Mo Bamba, and he was able to hold his own. I'm just concerned that Bamba would just be overmatched physically by MPJ, Joker. You throw in Aaron Gordon, and then you add in a Jeff Green. I agree. That shooting might open things up, but I'm just concerned of his physical profile in that series.
Well, we need size, really, and Bamba's
But
going
Landale, yeah.
out.
But Landale, Tom, Landale is a very physical player. Mo Bamba isn't.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Catherine was asking, why don't they try Tristan? Catherine, with all due respect, he hasn't played a relatively. I mean, he did play the other night in garbage time, but you're talking about a guy who can only go out there and foul, because at this point in time, he has nothing to give you on offense. Can't shoot free throws. You might be able to go ahead and give you those fouls or give you some type of rebounding, but he hasn't played a really relevant game since April of 2022. I really, that's almost as bad as the Bamba part of it. You're right. He might be going in there. We might actually see Tristan Thompson just to get 5 fouls on Jokic. I mean, Stone, what are your thoughts? The backup center problem is going to be, and now we're transitioning into Denver. We're going to transition into Denver now as far as that, because that series, goodbye Warriors, goodbye. So now we're going to go ahead and transition to Denver. Jokic has got to be a problem. The only thing I think Bamba can do is Bamba, because of his length, maybe he can go ahead and make things more difficult for Jokic on the back out on the key, trying to dictate the offense. But I'm not exactly just invigorated by seeing that matchup as well.
Yeah, like I agree with LakerTom that we don't have a backup center right now. That's been our biggest hole in terms of the roster. I will respectfully disagree that Mo Bamba is the answer to that. I don't think that I watched Mo Bamba for like 8 years now, because I watched him a lot in high school before the draft and then obviously college and everything. The one thing Mo Bamba has struggled with for however many years that's been now is he lacks a lot of awareness around the rim. He's obviously very tall. He has the physical tools to be a rim protector, but in the case of Denver, where they run a lot of interior cutting and stuff like that, and backdoor cutting, and obviously they run a lot of high-low with Jokic at the high, I think there's a lot of room for Bamba to just be utterly confused, and he does that without the complexity of Denver offense. So I think there's a lot of room for Bamba to just get back cut constantly, and when he's focused on the primary rim protection, he's missing a lot of what's happening on from ancillary, peripherally, and behind him. I think that Bamba is good for spacing the floor as a spot-up three-point shooter, and outside of that, I think Bamba really struggles to fill a role defensively or any other way offensively as an NBA player. I watched him a lot in Orlando because I've had to watch a lot of Orlando with the draft picks that they get every year. He has not really improved in his time at Orlando. He's been the same player for however many years. I think it's going to be definitely a position we address in the summer. But I don't think there's anyone currently on the roster or even a free agent that we could bring in that will fill that hole. That's just how I see it personally.
Jamie's looking like he's on the Brady Bunch.
Thank you for getting that, Joe. Thank you for getting that.
It's the guy that couldn't stop talking about how great the Warriors were. How you doing there, Jamie?
I've been talking about Denver. What are you talking about?
You don't talk back when I'm right.
I don't talk back when you're wrong.
Okay. Well, also here today, good man indeed. You got to go ahead and check him out on his
That
articles
makes sense.
at LakerHolics.com. It is Jamie Sweet. Jamie, great to have you here. Again, you're looking up like it was the Brady Bunch. Great to have you here, my friend. John, I'm going to get you next, so be prepared to answer my question next. But your thoughts, though, on the game today, before we get back into Denver. Your thoughts on the game today and the outstanding defensive performance that the Lakers put on the Warriors, ending that dynasty.
Me or John? I'm sorry.
You.
Oh, I had to take a minute after that. I had to take a minute after that game. I'm
going to get John next.
I was, I was tickled. My fancy was quite tickled this evening, top to bottom, inside and out. I don't know what Joe's doing with his pinky over there, but I'm on the west side. Hop on the 91, baby, and cruise down the. Oh no! Wait, no.
There you go. That's good.
Now we can battle. Now we can battle appropriately. Maybe we should talk like this. This game was reminiscent of the closeout game against Miami in the bubble. I don't like to compare the bubble to anything because there were no people in the stands. There was no travel. Everybody stayed in the same resort hotel and hung out. It's a to never be recreated scenario. And the fact that
if we get a couple more people, we could play a great game of tic-tac-toe.
Oh, dude, I mean, what was that? Celebrity tic-tac-toe, right?
Where's Elrob at? We got to get him.
Yes.
This is like Larry King live, man. And now, coming from North Hollywood, Jamie Sweet.
Hollywood Squares.
No, man, the West Side. I love this game. This is how the Lakers are going to have to win. I mean, obviously, Steph and Clay missed a lot of shots tonight, and it's not because they, sometimes you're like, oh, like with Memphis, you're like, oh, young team misses shots. Not surprising. I was a little surprised that there wasn't a little bit more of a punch in the Warriors, but I just think that tonight you saw the toll that the entire, even the preseason, took on this entire ball club. This ball club has been under a microscope since preseason, has been fighting, internally, externally, the media themselves, the refs, the road, and Steph got tired. I think he just he hit a wall, and when he hit a wall, he just didn't have it in him to bring the Warriors with him. We were too big. We were too locked in on denying him, the half second of a space. And then he just missed some wide open looks, and Clay did, and the whole Warriors team did. Very uncharacteristic game for them. But I also give the Lakers ball pressure and overall pressure on the perimeter a lot of credit. They forced the Warriors into the worst shots you want to take. They forced the Warriors to become a mid-range jump shooting team because they couldn't take it inside because of AD, and because we were not going to let them beat us, even though they killed us from the 3-point line. They didn't beat us because of the 3-point line. Because we tied
them. We each made 13 threes. They
tonight. But it was not a blueprint for success for the series, right? And what we did is
It was for the game.
Well, that's all that matters is tonight, right?
We won points. We won 2 points by points in the paint.
Lakers were 50%
from three. Yeah.
They beat them at their own game.
Versus 13 of 48.
As soon as Reeves let that shot go at the half, I was like, it's on, you guys. Like, it's on. So I was quite pleased. It's great to see everybody here tonight. Even Joe, especially Joe, especially.
The Brady Bunch.
Anyway, let's go to John. John's been sitting there with his dope hat.
All right.
He's got his dope hat. I got, I just got fish swag. I just got my
not sponsored.
Okay.
No, I'm sponsored by the Ultimate Jam Band. So
but once again,
and T-Rex in space.
Oh, there you go. There you go, indeed. But once again, it is the Lakers fast break. The Lakers do win 122-101 to close out the series 4-2 over the Golden State Warriors. John Mikaelian, I want to ask you this, heading back into the upcoming series against Denver. We are all recognizing the major problems the Lakers have as far as finding a solution for Anthony Davis's backup. You saw tonight that the only, and thank you, Michael, for subscribing. Truly appreciated. The only bad part about today's game was the fact when AD sat down, you saw immediately the Warriors pounced on it, went on, I think, an 8-0 run, 8 or 10-point run, cut the lead down to about 3, made it very nervous for the Lakers until the second quarter, late second quarter, when they went out and boosted out to a 10-point lead. But your thoughts, though, on what the Lakers can do during that time, because they're going to have to rest their guys more. in that thin air in Denver, you cannot play them 44 minutes. It is just not really.
The way they did cardio in this 6 games, I think
Tom
they'll be
was right
fine.
earlier. Go to Denver on Monday. Go to Denver on Monday.
The sooner you get there, the better. Absolutely, to get acclimated to that thin air. But your thoughts on a backup for possibility for AD?
Yeah, the good thing. So the good thing is that we match up a little bit better with Denver, because the thing with Golden State is that they're very quick. So we couldn't play all of our guys, but when it comes to Denver, we'll be able to utilize some of that deep roster. And like we talked about earlier, we don't really have a matchup for Jokic other than AD. So if AD wants to sit down, then I don't know who they're going to play. Vanderbilt's too thin. Rui's undersized. So I think they're going to have to give Mo Bamba or
they got to mirror his minutes. That they simply have to mirror his minutes.
Yeah,
that 80's in the game. Jokic sits down, 80 sits down.
Maybe we'll get some DeAndre Jordan.
You can't let Joker go against you can't let Joker go against Winion.
DeAndre Jordan might be the only center worse than Tristan Thompson.
Or Tristan Thompson. Don't you just he has to go against AD. It's that simple.
I didn't realize you had the Joker in the house.
I was going to say, are they giving away nitrous in Canada tonight? Is that what's going on?
No, I just have a very full, hearty laugh, and you love it.
Yeah.
So, John, what would you do getting back to as far as because that is my major concern, because Jokic is going to demand a lot of attention. I even suggested maybe to keep AD closer to the paint, maybe not playing him a predominant amount of time against Jokic, trying to see what you could do to maybe throw Rui or LeBron in there to play some good minutes on him. Just trying to do what you can to not get AD into foul trouble. But it's that time when, like I said, AD is off the floor that I have great concerns.
Yeah, I think you just have to, throw different faces at him. Like I said, LeBron, Rui. And, I know this is not the optimal thing to do, but maybe even Tristan Thompson for 10 minutes a game. I don't know. But I think, if the Lakers can, they need to keep Jokic out of the paint as much as possible, because when he gets in the paint, then that's when, things get dicey for, the Lakers. But I don't know. We'll see what they do.
As long as we're willing to go ahead and accept that foul right away. 6 fouls out he goes. That you could really see that happen if Jokic eyes Tristan Thompson or even Mo Bamba to an extent, which is what I'm really worried about. But if either of those guys or Winion gives you any minutes positive on Jokic, that could be a real good possibility. Joe, let me bring it back to you before I get it back to Sean after that. One thing I want to ask, though, is, again, Murray has been a really key for them as far as getting back. He had the serious and devastating knee injury. He's been getting back into shape, getting back to become the player that maybe he once was, like in the bubble when he was outstanding for the Denver Nuggets. Your thoughts, though, on if, Jamal Murray, who actually had 2 or 3 good games during the last series for them against Phoenix and was a key to their, a couple of their really good wins. What do you think the Lakers can do to go ahead and slow him down to make sure that it's just Jokic versus the world in that series?
You're going to want to mirror Jokic's minutes with AD. So if Jokic is, I was just trying to find how many minutes he's been averaging during the playoffs. Is it 38 minutes?
It's in that range. I know he has been playing more.
Yeah. So if you're worried about Jokic doing his thing, then you got to just mirror Jokic's minutes and you'll be fine there. As far as Jamal Murray's been playing well, but then he played a bunch of quitters with Phoenix. I'm not going to really put any onus on that. The Lakers had to deal with Clay, Poole, Curry, Mooney, DiVincenzo. I mean, they've been dealing with these freaking mighty mouses that are running around 100 miles an hour hitting shots. Jamal Murray he's molasses compared to those guys, at least at the moment, especially after his injury.
Other than Steph Curry, who on that team has scored 50 points in a playoff game, Joe? Because Murray's done it twice. I'm not talking the Warriors, because Joker and Murray have scored 50 in a playoff game.
And Joker lost that game.
And Jamal Murray also scored 50 points without shooting a free throw.
didn't he have a 47-point game in the last round, or am I mistaken?
Jamal's gonna have to play
Yeah,
defense
he
too.
did.
By the way,
He did. Yeah, he's gonna have to play defense, but he's back to the.
and Booker was.
Free.
I'm not afraid. I'm gonna say it again.
Well, like you just called him molasses compared to
Steph and Clay and Poole. These guys.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
No, it's true.
He scored. Well, Jamal Murray scored over 50 points. I'll repeat it again.
When was
scored
that?
over 50. It was in the bubble.
That was before the
3
knee
years
injury.
ago. I'm talking about now.
But he did have a 47-point game last week. I believe.
Oh yeah, and guess what? He scored 50 points against the Cavs without taking a free throw. So, like, don't get it dismissed. You're acting as if this guy's a scrub. He's not.
The hell with Jamal Murray and everyone on Denver.
You know what? Actually, Denver's a really nice, very nice city. I
don't give 2 drops.
I love Denver.
How nice they are.
You know what? Yeah, I do too. It's a really nice city.
It's not. That's great. That they still mean nothing to me.
Yeah, now that
go in there and beat them by 5 or 6 at this point. I don't care.
It's funny because MagicMan loves Denver, but for Boston, it's like everybody can suck it. So
I love the Lakers and no one else. That's it. And the only reason why I want the Celtics in the finals so the Lakers can whoop their ass.
Oh sure.
Stone, let me bring you in on this one, my friend.
Why is that funny? I'm being serious.
Oh,
yeah, that's the funny part.
You don't talk back when MagicMan laughs.
Stone, let me get you in on this, and then I'll get LakerTom next. Stone, let me ask you this: what are some of the key matchups you're looking at? I know we're going to go into more detail in the coming days, but what are some of the key matchups you're looking at for Denver?
I mean, obviously, AD and Jokic, like it's going to be a matter of how much AD can slow down Jokic down. I know AD's been playing phenomenal defense. Jokic is unlike anybody that we've played before. So it becomes a matter of can you prevent yourself from risking overhelping on defense? I think that's going to be the huge thing for the Lakers. Don't fall into the trap of helping AD because Denver's full of cutters that love to take opportunistic cuts that are really good at shooting off the catch. If you are overhelping on Jokic, he's going to make you pay for it, and he's going to find those cutters. He's going to find those shooters. So making sure that AD is self-contained to Jokic and nobody else is, doing more than they need to, I think is really the ultimate key for us defensively. Matchup-wise, I am interested to see how their size matches up with ours. I imagine Vando continues to start despite tonight because Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. obviously
size.
Probably bigger than anyone else besides Looney on the Warriors. And being able to, slow them down, especially Michael Porter Jr. in the perimeter, I would imagine Vando gets that assignment or Jamal Murray. And then also how KCP matches up versus whoever we put on him. Because we're going to be having Vando on one of MPJ or Murray, meaning that KCP is probably going to be running around all over the perimeter. And I'm interested to see who the Lakers think can chase him the best. So those would be the matchups I'm looking at.
There you go. Once again, it is the Lakers winning 122-101, advancing to the conference finals against Denver. LakerTom, I want to ask you this. You talked about, a backup center need and your faith that Mo Bamba can get something done productively. Again, I think that's what our key concern is Jokic coming in because he does so much for that team. He's so dynamic for that team. And I'm going to just say, when you watch that team and how he plays, when he's rolling, and when they're rolling, they're hard to stop, but they do have faults. They do have things that, like off the bench, they're kind of iffy, just like the Lakers at times. You don't know what you're going to get from game to game from their bench, but also as well, if you could get MPJ to the point where he gets frustrated on the outside and get him disinterested, he becomes invisible. The Lakers, again, if it comes to 5-on-1 matchups against Jokic with all the other guys just not able to go ahead and connect very well and be able to hit it. And if Jokic is more of a scorer than a distributor, I think that's better off for the Lakers.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think Stone hit the nail on the head that you basically want to make Jokic their scorer. You don't want to make him their playmaker. You make him their scorer and keep the other guys from going off. Let him go off for his 40 points. But you definitely have to mirror his minutes with AD. That's one of the things that I'd like to see as a development in Ham's, growth as a coach, that he hasn't done a good job of that. For example, there are times when Vando was guarding people where when you're that kind of defender who wants to lock down somebody, the last thing you want to do is have the coach take you out when that guy's still out there in the court. Let him get hot against somebody else so that you got to go and cover him.
Make him work too on the defensive
end. And the overhelping thing is so important because overhelping 1 foot and overhelping gives that open shot. That just raises the percentage of those shots that are going in. They are not a good defensive team. Jokic is not a good rim protector. He's not a good defender. I think that we should attack him physically. I think we should go inside. We should pound them the same way we've been doing. We should play exactly the same way offensively with LeBron just controlling. And, whether I don't care who it is, if it's Murray's going to get picked on the entire game. Like, he's going to be so tired by the fourth quarter, he's going to be throwing up shots the way that Steph Curry threw up shots. The formula is exactly the same. Win a game in Denver, come home, sweep them, and then take them in the sixth game.
Jamie,
exactly. Jamal's gonna have to play defense in this series, so all that yapping will be gone. Yap.
Was hiding under his towel at the end of the game. He was dead tired, man.
Come on.
I'm telling you, he hit a wall, man. He hit a wall and couldn't put the Warriors on his back and shoot them out of a loss like he did in Sacramento.
Warriors won 13 games on the road, and yet we had to hear 30-year sports analysts.
We got beat by the team that was a far superior team.
Had to hear from Stephen A. Smith saying that the Warriors were going to take it home to Game 7. From what?
No,
from what?
He said,
I think everybody think the Lakers are going to lose tonight. What exactly did the Warriors do?
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't say that. He said that if the Lakers didn't win Game 6, that it was a wrap for Game 7.
That's not the ESPN headline I read.
That's what he said. Yeah, Joe, put your lip over your head and swallow.
No. That's not what the headline said.
Oh man, somebody's under the Molsons. Keep watch out. The Molsons are in.
This is getting so fun.
I know. Little brother is trying to find big brother here.
Do we have a victory cigar here or a victory something?
Honestly, Tom, I was gonna smoke a cigar and get on tonight, but we're Lakers. We don't smoke cigars.
No. We're having a celebratory breakfast burrito.
This is the conference semifinals. This is not worth celebrating. Everybody gold star for the team. Like Darvin Ham,
Warriors Dynasty.
Like Darvin Ham said in his post
dynasty. Their run is over.
No, we didn't end their dynasty. Steph's going to play in the
heart.
No, we did because Draymond's gone. Their dynasty's done.
He's got a player out.
Myers is going to resign. Kerr's going to go upstairs.
Oh my God!
They'll promote the guy from.
If the Spurs win the lottery,
Stone's got a cigar.
If the Spurs win the lottery, look for Popovich to step down and Kerr going to San Antonio.
Yeah, whatever. All right, this is obviously talk for the summer when we'll have nothing to talk about. So let's save these bullets for that OK corral. But look, I think everybody's made some valid points. I think the number one thing you have to decide, and I thought that the Lakers did a great job against Jokic in the bubble, and I believe that that's what fueled him to become a multi MVP after that. And so he's going to be hungry. You need to let him go, right? Like it's like Steph a little bit. Like
but you need to make him work on defense. Get him in.
That's what I was going to say. The one thing Ayton and the Phoenix Suns were terrible at was making him work on defense. They would just continue to shoot jump shots. And that's exactly what Denver would love. And that's exactly why we're the perfect team to match up against Denver. Any other team against Denver at this point, and I would be saying Denver in 5 or 6. I think this is going to go. I really, unfortunately, think this is going to go 6 or 7 games at the app.
Yeah, 6. The formula is 6, Jamie.
I mean, if it goes 7, we won't. No, if we go 7, if we go 7, we won't be competing for the NBA title. Is my prediction.
Gotta win.
I think Tom's right. You got to win. I think the only thing we need to flip is instead of winning game 1, we're going to win game 2.
That's a possibility.
And I think that
it's usually the easier game to win because the team gets confident they won.
We'll see. I mean,
but remember, it's acclimated to
acclimation is more what I'm thinking of for LeBron and just like being in a rhythm after a few days off. I think
I'd be there Saturday morning.
I think Denver. I would too, but they're gonna let LeBron sleep in his hyperbaric chamber in carbonite for a couple of days, and have the blood of some young Ethiopian child dumped into his knees, and all these things that I'm sure that he does.
Turner's going to fly to Germany for his.
The whole nine. I mean, I think what you have to do is I think the recipe is if Joker goes for 40, but you keep him under 10 assists, you have a great shot to win any of those basketball games. Yep. Let him score. Don't let him pass points. Then you're not accounting for 7 or 8 3-pointers off of a pass, which is now he's generating 61, 68 points, 70 points. Just one player. That's untenable. The Lakers won't win if he's responsible for more than half of the points Denver scores as a team, either through scoring it himself or off the pass. You'll lose. You have to let him just do one thing, even if he does it super great.
Don't double him. Don't double him. Don't overhelp.
No. Don't double him. Or at least don't double him as a first resort. Let him prove that he can do everything that he does as an MVP without being doubled. And the other guy you got to keep under wraps. I disagree with Joe. I agree with Sean that Murray is somebody you got to watch for. But actually, I really think the guy you have to kind of keep under wraps is MPJ and KCP. If those guys are going off for like 15, 20, that's another problem because that's just going to open up the floor game a lot. And our defense is going to get spread out. And and KCP is going to want to prove that we traded the wrong guy. He's going to try to, he's good for one. He's good for one bad pass a game. So here's hoping it comes at the right time. Make it happen at the right time for us, Contavious. You're a Laker at heart. It's like King Kong versus Godzilla, man. We're both teams that can score inside and out. I think Denver's a better 3-point shooting team. I think we're a slightly better inside scoring team.
It's the NBA real finals.
One thing that's a little bit worrisome for me is our tendency to rely on the free throw line is going to evaporate with each series that we ascend to. And that is a troublesome stratagem. Tonight was the only game I thought where we didn't dominate at the free throw line, even though we kind of did.
42 attempts at the free throw line is what set up our defense this entire game.
I understand.
Why
I understand that.
The free throw line.
I'm not disagreeing with the idea of the strategy. I'm telling you that I don't think the whistles dry up. The whistles dry up the farther they go, and that's the reality of the playoffs.
You can force them. You can force them to call them calls.
LeBron got hit in the head.
Yeah, I don't know what is getting hit in the head. Oh, you hit him in the head, no foul.
Oh, but then again, if Dennis Schroeder gets a ball shoved in his face, he gets kicked out of the game.
He got kicked out.
That first foul that he got, I don't know what they call that. I guess he.
I think Schroeder was mouthing off. That's why.
Yeah, he was mouthing off the whole game. He was baiting Draymond.
Which is fine by me. Cool. I'm glad he did.
He was trying to get under Draymond's
trying to
skin.
get Draymond to.
Good.
But as Sean noted, when he got kicked out, Austin really played his best defense against Curry for the rest of that I've ever seen him play against Curry.
Because Curry was dead tired. That's why.
Yeah.
Austin was unstoppable in the paint.
And it forced us to put Hachimura and Walker in, and they were better on offense and on defense than Schroeder was. I mean, I know that Schroeder was ball hawking
Walker's
great.
defense kind of lapsed, but yeah, you're right. Offensively, he gave us.
He came in, he hit that three. He came in and hit that floater.
I said offensively. I said defensively.
I guess I'm putting.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
He's played better. He played better defense last game, but
all right,
yeah, a little bit.
He did what he's supposed to do in the shooting, man.
And that's
everybody,
true.
Everybody did their job.
There's a chance we could get him back. They're 120% of his salary, you know.
Sure.
Early bird.
Summer talk.
Well, I want to go ahead and end the show, getting everybody a chance. First off, when I send it to you, what's the key to a series victory? Who is your pick and how many games? I know I have a feeling it's going to be all Lakers, and which of course is with me too. And then plug whatever you need to plug, whether it's, your show, your channel, whatever. MagicMan, I'm going to start with you, my friend. MagicMan in the morning. I know we got a Lakers weekend we're going to plan as this weekend that with breakfast burritos are going to be on the line. You, me, and Laker Nick, and anybody else that wants to join in. So you tell me, my friend. Okay, go ahead, plug what you need to plug, but also a key to the game, a key to the series. Key to the series, and who do you have?
Yeah, so Gerald, I look forward to a really nice Lakers weekend coming up. Hopefully, we can get a lot of people on as we did last week. Mm-hmm. Lakers in 6, and the hell with Boston.
Okay, fair enough.
Sixers should win by 40 on Sunday. Go to hell.
If the thing is, I can see right now a picture of him being, just put up at the Boston airport. If this guy comes in, immediately arrest this guy, MagicMan Sean Grice, for the violent things he said about this. My gosh, Stone Hansen,
Gerald,
go ahead.
I will go into a Boston restaurant, order some chowder, and say this sucks.
Chowder, say it right.
Okay, fair enough indeed. But it is the MagicMan Sean Grice. Check him out this weekend on Lakers Weekend. Breakfast burritos aside, but go ahead and check him out also MagicMan in the morning every week right here at the Lakers Fast Break channel. Stone Hansen of the Upside Swings NBA Draft Podcast. Go ahead and check out UpsideSwings.com. What are you guys working on at Upside Swings? Your quick key to a Lakers victory in the series, and what's your final pick for the Lakers and the Lakers and Nuggets?
Yeah, what we're working on, we obviously just launched our website. We just added a workout tracker, so any prospect working out with any team, we're tracking it live and updating the website every day. I just updated my big board, and we'll be live streaming both the G League Combine camp and also the main NBA Combine. We'll be live streaming those all day this week, starting tomorrow at, I believe, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And you could follow me at report_court for any future draft stuff. As far as my key, it's really what I stated in the beginning, which is just don't overhelp. Make sure that you are self-containing Jokic without making Jokic punish you in a multitude of ways. And as far as my pick, I'm feeling Lakers for this one. I know people have hated me in the chat for going with other teams in the past, but I'm feeling Lakers, and I think it's going to be 6 or 7, like Jamie said. I'll go 6 and be an optimist.
One thing I do want to ask you though, are you doing a playback in Upside Swings?
Yeah,
of the draft combine? You said
the combine will all be on playback. It's live stream on YouTube, so we'll be streaming it on playback.
All right. Sounds good indeed. Once again, that's Upside Swings NBA Draft Podcast right there for you, Upside Swings. John Mikaelian, right here for you. Speaking of YouTube, you got to go ahead again, tell everybody why they need to check out the John Mikaelian channel and like and subscribe that channel. Again, your great road, your great determination on what you've lost so far and your goal that you're going to go ahead and reach. I have no doubt about it. But obviously, as well, a key to the victory for the Lakers, and also as well, what's your final call on the Lakers and Nuggets next round?
Yeah, as far as the Lakers go, I would say one of the keys is LeBron has to be attacking the rim a lot. I know he's been shooting a lot of threes, and I think that's because he's trying to save his energy. But honestly, I don't see anyone on Denver that can guard him at least one-on-one. Gordon and MPJ are, I don't think they're quick enough. AD's gonna have his hands full with Jokic, so I think that's gonna be really important, and it also help get Jokic into foul trouble as long as LeBron attacks the basket. I'm calling Lakers in 6. I think they'll wrap it up in 6. As far as my YouTube channel goes, like Gerald said, I'm documenting my weight loss journey on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to lose 130 pounds. I've currently lost 40. So, if you're into that, you can follow me there. And we also do live streams once, twice a week where, we just kind of, shoot the shit, for lack of a better phrase. But we always have a lot of fun. So, come check out, hang out with us.
Don't worry, it's close to the end. It'll be probably easy to bleep
Gerald,
that out.
that profanity was at 10946.
Yes. That one will be easy to find. It's the ones that are like in the middle of the damn episode are always hard to find. You have no idea. Because then I have to listen to an entire hour and a half of you guys again in order to find it. It's the ones at the end of the show or the beginning of the show are pretty easy to find. But Jose, before I get it over to Jamie Sweet, Jose, good luck tomorrow. Backyard Brawl, 17 Brawl, BYB 17 Brawl at the Rock in South Carolina, bare knuckle fighting. Good luck tomorrow in your fight. We're wishing you all the best. Knock the guy out. Jamie Sweet, you've got a knockout coming out with your 5 Things articles. Hopefully the knockout is not on LakerTom, because I know you guys go to blow all the time at LakerHolics.com.
We agree on everything.
Well,
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Jamie?
You're throwing fuel on the fire, man.
Jamie Sweet always says, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And then LakerTom goes on the show. Yeah, he always disagrees with me. So you tell me, Jamie.
Listen, disagreeing is different than coming to blows.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, tell me what you got working on for 5 things. Then your key to a Lakers victory and your final call on what the Lakers and Nuggets will do.
Working on reviewing what really went right both in the series and in this game. I thought that our ability to switch defensive looks on key players has been the thing that separates the Lakers in all their series so far, be it Memphis, Golden State, and I think that it's going to come down to the same kind of malleable flexibility on defense that we've seen this team able to deploy. And the one question I have is, does AD have enough, or do we have enough alternative size to stymie them at the rim like we've been able to do Memphis and Golden State? That's to be seen. I think the key to the game is letting Jokic be good at just 1.5 things, not 2 or 3 or 4 things. And I'm going to say Lakers in 6.
There you go, indeed. Once again, that's Jamie Sweet, 5 Things articles at LakerHolics.com. John Mikaelian channel, please like and subscribe. Stone Hansen, Upside Swings, NBA Draft Podcast, and MagicMan in the Morning, wherever you get your podcasts, right here at the Lakers Fast Break channel on YouTube. All right, Joe, Mr. Joe Soro, you've been very patient indeed. It is LakersBall.com. What are they talking about right now at LakersBall.com?
Excited about playing Denver. We match up very well against them. Mm-hmm. We know that Denver is going to be nervous on this one. They're nervous already. They were cheering for the Warriors. If the Lakers stay healthy, they're winning this in 5 or 6. I don't know 5 or 6. Those numbers keep going back and forth in my head.
There you go. Absolutely. Great call indeed. Once again, check out Joe Soro's Ox 1947 at LakersBall.com, and please support him if you're in the Southern California area at Simblades.
And if you don't support me, I got plenty of other people that do.
Will you just dump artificial lawn stuff all over their lawn and troll them? So they'll have to hire you to get it off?
He'll TP and fork them.
Well, the thing is with my business is 95% of the people who install turf butcher it. So when they see our stuff, they see a massive difference. That's why I've been able to build the business in a very short amount of time. We actually have guys that give 2 craps when they install it versus the schmucks that install it that you can see visible seams and untucked edges and all that crap. Now, I don't just do turf, even though that's my primary. I do all landscape, pavers, retaining walls, fencing. Didn't grow up to want to do that business, but turned out that the market screamed for it, and I just happened to be in the turf business around that time and found out that people wanted it and ran with it. So that's kind of what the business is. It became something where I just felt like there weren't enough people being serviced the correct way, and I was in a position to do what I wanted to do, which is run my own gig. I worked for a couple companies in my time where I was successful, but more often than not, the corporate world wasn't really for me unless I was the guy in charge. And the reason why that is most middle management are detriments to business. And Gerald, I keep harping on this. You've seen what's been going on in the video game world.
Yep.
You have our words running everything over there. That's why nothing's getting done. So, and in any business, most businesses are run by schmucks, people that have problems, people that can't seem to differentiate progress because they always have an excuse of why they suck, whether that's their relationships, whether they can't handle their money. Those are things I don't have problems with. I don't have problems with relationships. I don't have problems with friends. I don't have problems with money. And I defeat all my enemies around me. And that's it. That's as simple as it gets.
Hold on. Let me put you right in the middle. These are all the enemies around you.
Yeah, look at you stirring up. Look at you stirring up trouble.
I know it sounds embellished, but really it's not. It's when you take care of people that deserve it, you build an army.
See,
very
you scared
slowly, but you
Stone
build it.
Hansen away.
You're funny, dude.
Either that or the guy with the
Bruce
sword
Willis?
above your head.
All right. Well, let me get LakerTom in here to close things
Da, da, da,
out.
da, da,
LakerTom-
da, da, da.
Oh my gosh, Pulp Fiction all over again. Number one Lakers
You
blogger
want
that's
that
out
gun,
there.
don't you, Sam?
Oh.
Boy.
Number one Lakers blogger that's out there. It is LakerTom.
Step
LakerTom,
aside, Butch.
what are you working on for the next couple of days that people can check out this weekend or by Monday morning at Lakerholics.com? Of course, your key to a Lakers victory and your final thoughts on the Lakers and Nuggets series.
Perfect movie.
I think that the Lakers are going to win it in 6 in the exact same formula. Maybe a switcheroo of the first game being the second game. I think the key to the whole thing in the article that I'm working on is really the matchup of the centers. This is the first time that the Lakers are going to be playing a team where they don't dominate the center position and don't really have the bigger team, the unstoppable force. So you're playing a 2-time MVP, and it'll be interesting because I think that Anthony Davis is on a mission to really establish himself as the face of the franchise. I think when we get to the finals, he will be the finals MVP. This will be the season when he hands the torch when LeBron hands the torch to Anthony. And at the end of this season, there'll be no question that LeBron will be able to play another 3 or 4 years, and the Lakers will be able to rack up another couple of championships.
Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. The Lakers do win 122-101. The Lakers do win the series 4-2. And before we head on out, the Lakers do head on to the conference finals. We'll go ahead and keep updating you what's going on with the conference finals right here on Lakers Weekend, all weekend long. Absolutely, Jose. You've been a great part of what in the chat. The best Lakers chat room that's out there is the Lakers Fast Break. You can show us your Laker memorabilia at any point in time. We'd be welcome to see it. Have you on the show for an interview, whatever you want to do, to go ahead and do that. We would absolutely love and welcome the opportunity to do so. I will say for myself, you can go ahead and catch my other shows, Inside Sports Fantasy Football, where we cover the NFL draft, and also as well Aaron Rodgers going to New York. Check that out wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, I do 2. Well, that's not the show. You're just saying Aaron Rodgers, right? Okay, good. I'm glad. But also as well, I do the Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture on 2 different podcast days each and every week, plus also as well on over 30 different radio stations around the world. So go ahead and check that out, where our latest episode, we cover Zelda and the Tears of the Kingdom. Go ahead and check that out, why that's going to dominate the people's lives out there that love their Nintendo Switch, and also the troubles that are going on with Disney Plus. So go ahead and check that out today. Melinda and I had a great episode. Hope you get a chance to check that out. My keys to the victory is just keep on taking it inside in the paint. The Lakers dominate the paint and they dominate the free throw line. They can dominate the series and take it in 6. And that's my call from there. Once again, it is the Lakers fast
Isn't that
break.
six sixes?
What? Yes, we
I think
sixes
that's
again. I know that's like devil worshiping type deal, and I'm sorry, 666 and all that, but it is 666. So the only thing that's going to save us is if the Lakers get to the finals and we can call it a 6 then.
Okay, we need to put a 5 in there, maybe.
That would be
Flip it
666.
a 5 to keep it from happening.
Lakers in 3.
Joe was dropping Lakers in 3. Joe was dropping 5s and 6s. He was going back and
Okay,
forth.
all right. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, well, somebody put a 7 in there to offset that. I heard that too.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely, indeed. But once again, it is the
That
Lakers
was
fast
probably
break.
Jamie.
Yeah, it was.
This
probably
ain't going
Jamie,
7. Come on.
If it goes 7, it's Denver.
Okay.
If it goes 7, that
no,
means
Lakers,
somebody got
Lakers
hurt.
all the way. Lakers,
Maybe,
I think this will be the toughest test for the Lakers. That's my
Agreed.
personal opinion.
Well,
No way.
I think so. Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. The Lakers
23rd
win.
straight game by Anthony Davis at center without
Yep.
missing.
Now that's accomplishment indeed. Let's hope we can keep on going. Another 8 games. We at least another 8 games at least.
8
But
down,
once-
As long as they win 8 games, I don't give a shit how they do it.
8 more.
You knew you had to get another S bomb in there before we go.
man.
It is the Lakers fast break.
Series
Intel,
win, baby.
8 more.
Yep,
8
absolutely. Search and destroy. Awesome. Jose, good luck tomorrow in your fight. Absolutely. Knock the son of a gun out. Johnny 2K6 PMC. Steph Curry. I am a fraud. I need KD. Steph Curry. Oh, that's funny.
Listen, I need Steph. I need to talk to you about my CarMax purchase. I'll be texting you soon.
more.
Adam, great to have you here. Howard Hill, Zangerstein, of course, everybody here in the chat. You've been the best
Laker
all-time tycoon. Everybody that's been a part of it, Blue Magic. My gosh, everybody's out there. I'm in report. All the new people that we got tonight, all the new subscribers, thank you so much for being part of what we do. You've got that cigar ready, Stone. You've got that cigar ready, and hopefully you'll get a chance to light it up. Hopefully we can all light up.
Tonight.
There you go. Absolutely. Breakfast burritos this weekend, everyone. The Lakers win, destroying and dismantling the Warriors Dynasty 122-101, finishing them off and finishing that for good. It is now the Lakers moving on to the conference finals, and we'll go ahead and keep talking about it and keep giving you the updates. Nowhere else that's better than right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.